Asleep amidst the trees, bats all a swaying in the breeze, but one soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths.
Today's episode is going to be a bit different. We have a special guest. Everyone, meet Sophie, who has a message to those who are important to her and living.
Mum, can you hear me? Dad, can you hear me? Do you remember that night when the storm came? I got scared and you came in and hugged me and we played a game. That never happened. The storm came and I played the game because I was never good enough for you. I'm here. I was always here watching and waiting for the day where my parents would love me, where my parents would play with me instead of leaving me at 5 years old with a family who didn't want me. Mum, it wasn't your fault I did what I did. I was on my own. When you're left alone for your whole life, you have to fight the demons. Alone. You have to stop the scars from forming. I couldn't stop those scars from forming. They formed and they were deep. The scars were my only friend, Mum. The only person that was there for me. I'm sorry, Mum. I didn't want to have the scars anymore, so I took the pain away using the only way I knew how. Dad, it wasn't your fault I did what I did. I was left alone by everyone, not just you and Mum. The scars were too deep, Dad. The people I loved the most were the ones that hurt me. I miss you and Mum. And I'm sorry I did what I did. I'm really, really sorry. I was alone and fighting battles. A 14-year-old girl shouldn't have to fight alone. A fight I would never win. I was that little girl no one wanted. The little girl who cried herself to sleep because she didn't want to be alone. But she was alone. Her own family didn't want her. My family wasn't there. They were never there. When I was little, I hated myself. I thought I was broken, but when you left me alone, that's the only way I could grow up when everyone I loved abandoned me. An alcoholic dad and a neglectful mother who loved each other but not the child they brought into this world. The only thing they should love more than themselves, the child who had to face the storm alone. Mum, Dad, I'm sorry I fought the storm alone, but you didn't want me. I'm sorry I killed myself. But I was dead anyway. I'm sorry I wasn't good enough for you to waste your time on me. I'm sorry I wasn't good enough for your attention. I'm sorry I died. I'm sorry, okay? You just weren't there. I want to come home, Mum. Dad. Can I come home? I want to come home.
Now, wasn't that nice? A nice message for her beloved family. To Mum and Dad, from Sophie. Now, Sophie, you are quite silly believing your parents would ever get your message. If you want to send a message to Mum, ask someone who can go there. I'm stuck down here, much like you, Sophie. No one wanted me to. That's why I became a crow. And Forrest sees potential in Forbidden. And he saw potential in me. Enough of the feelings. I will see you guys in the last and final part of the tour to For Bridge of the Damned. I am the Crow, and you are listening to Welcome to The Bridge of the Damned, a podcast for the dead.
Who's asleep amidst the trees? Bats all a swaying One soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing